Hello.
You're on the podcast right now.
Thanks for tuning in, folks.
All right, goodbye. And 3, and a 2, and a 1. Drew, you keeping the glasses off this episode?
The confidence.
The confidence. Are we going back into confidence, boys?
No.
What's wrong with me not having my glasses on?
No, right as we got started, it instantly came off. It's like Clark Kent to Superman.
It's like flipping a switch.
Yeah.
It's
He's
Clark,
ready.
Yeah, it's Clark Kent to Superman.
This is how I want the world to see me.
They want the world to know. All right.
Hmm.
Anyway, thank you everyone for joining us. This is
Hello.
the Be Better Boys. My name is Zachary. We got Drew here and Beezy. Beezy, say what's up.
Hello. What's up?
So we're gonna be talking tonight. Did he turn off his mic, by the way? Just make sure. By the way. Anyway, I thought I heard it.
No, it's off.
Okay. Anyway, so tonight's topic is we're gonna be talking about growth,
Hmm.
and
I don't have a lot of it.
you don't have a lot of it.
And prosperity.
No, I mean like vertically. I don't have a lot of it.
Yeah.
Tall pe-
Okay. Anyway.
for the clips.
So anyway, we're going to be talking about, like I said, growth tonight. So
Mhm.
I kind of want to start it off by saying I think we all got to define what growth is to us and go from there. So I don't know if you guys want me. I think you guys should go because I
Growth is internal.
internal.
Hmm.
It cannot be external.
It can be, but not in the sense we're talking about.
Elaborate.
Growth is the development of your persona, of your confidence, of your ego, your personality, anything that you are or what you believe in.
What do you think, Drew or BZ?
Yeah, I can piggyback off what Drew said. Definitely.
Where do you think growth starts from?
Within, right?
I don't know.
It depends what you're talking about.
Well,
Like context, you know.
I think growth starts with self-reflection.
Mm-hmm.
And
Like-
being humble.
Well, humble, and then also just questioning everything you're doing in order to make
Right. You can't grow if you don't know why you're growing.
of course, or why it's important to grow into what you're
Or how
you-
to grow, you know.
No,
Mhm.
why it's important to grow into what you want to grow into.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
The
True.
why. The why. Why does it matter?
Well, why you choosing this is important, and then
Mhm.
you keep evaluating what you think is important over and over and over again, and you'll
Mhm.
realize what is and what it's not. But especially doing that with your own bias, I think that's incredibly important.
What do you mean your own bias?
I think you need, in order to grow, it's the self-reflection. It's easy to want to agree to what we believe in, but you have to keep checking what you believe all the time in order to make sure it still holds true.
So bias is in like compared to what everyone else believes in?
Or yeah, what society says, and then how do you feel about what society says, and you take any argument that's thrown against you about whatever you're believing in.
Or what about what society is?
Well, yeah, what society says in that topic, and see what they have to say about it, and then you take what you believe, and then, but that's not just saying, oh, I believe this because it's because of what I believe. It comes from, okay, this is what I believe because I've worked why so many times. You keep breaking it down. Why is this important? And then you take that and you go, why is that important? You take that and you go, why is that important? That's where true growth comes from.
And you think it's like you can only grow with how you feel about yourself or how others see you.
You have to have a goal. You don't grow without wanting something.
And how do you know
Do
you're
you-
growing properly?
Do you
know?
have to have a goal when
Like
you
what
grow?
measures?
Yeah,
Do you always have to have a goal?
yeah,
You sure?
yeah. For internal growth, yes. I think you have to have something.
Don't you agree, Drew?
I don't necessarily think you have to have a goal.
Why?
Why are you gonna grow towards something if you have nothing to grow towards?
I mean, you can determine what you want to grow into. Would you really define that as a goal, though?
No, that's not what I said. I said your goal. You need a goal in order to grow, though. Is what I said.
So what would be a goal for you to?
You give me.
How
an
would you
example.
grow if you have nothing to go towards?
Well, you
You know what I
can.
mean?
You can, but like,
Okay, give me an example.
what would be the goal, though?
What do you mean you can't? I don't. From what?
You
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 can't.
can't. No, I'm agreeing with you.
Oh,
You
I thought you
can't
said you
grow
can.
without something in mind. But
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I agree with that. That's what was my original statement. You need something to aspire to.
hmm
You know, something.
Yeah, there has to be that top goal,
Yeah.
and then you have to do the things in between. That's what the growing is.
hmm
So you're constantly taking, you know, what you believe
hmm
and dissecting it over and over and go, okay, if I believe this, where does that come from? And then, like I said before, you just dissect it over and over and over again.
or in comparing and contrasting.
Of course, that's checking your bias. It's the same thing. Yeah. You know, you're comparing, you're weighing the, you know, the arguments of both people, you
Mhm.
know, and then you take the information that you makes the most sense to you and you go from there. But then,
And then you evaluate.
yeah, but then every single time you grow stronger. Even when you learn something you didn't agree with,
hmm
you're still growing stronger. You see?
hmm
You're making a lot of noise. Just to let you know that.
Got it.
Anyway, though,
Chill out, bro.
one thing though I think that people tend to forget about with growth is true growth comes with shedding too.
hmm
You see what I'm saying? It's not just about growing into a better person. It's also about losing the bad habits about who you are.
Agreed.
You agree?
Or the person you used to be.
Or want to not be anymore.
hmm
Cause
Well, yeah, that's kind of how you grow too, though. You got to have some of those bad attributes.
hmm
Well, it's that you don't. I don't think we don't have to have them. I think they're just an attribute.
Well, there's always something you can perfect.
Of course, always.
So you're growing from those bad attributes, or whatever you want to call it. It might not be like super bad or anything like that.
You're not growing from them. You're not growing from the bad. You're growing because you're overcoming them.
Yeah,
hmm
Yeah,
that's what I mean.
I get what you're saying.
So
But that's shedding them. You know, you're shedding. That's like I said. It's
Mhm.
very symbolic in a sense because you have to get rid of. In order to grow, you need to shed.
I mean, you could also shed other things too, like fear.
Well, that's where the confidence comes in. It's true though.
hmm
But where does confidence come from though?
Same place as growth
Mm-hmm. And where's that come from? Where do we say growth comes from?
within.
Within by questioning everything.
hmm
So once you start questioning everything enough, and you start realizing what you believe, then there's no questioning stuff. So you feel more confident because you're firm in your beliefs.
hmm
I think people don't do that anymore. I think it's a big thing people miss out on. So
You don't think so?
I don't think people do that anymore. People don't question their beliefs anymore. They're too afraid to because they might not like what they hear. Then they have to change their life.
Do you have specific examples?
Anything. People make excuses all the time for anything.
Like when they want to normalize something?
Well, not even just saying normalize stuff. I'm just saying it's easier to play the victim and
Than to own up to something.
yes, and be
Yeah.
better about it. So people don't want to be better about something. Be better, boys. And people don't want to be better about something. So it's easier to make excuses of why it didn't happen. And then they get validation from people to go, okay, you had it hard. So what you're doing is okay because they want acceptance for not doing what they wanted, what they should be doing.
And they also don't want to step outside of their comfort zone. That's a big thing with people nowadays.
Well, yeah. But then, where do you think that comes from, though? Why do you think people push themselves anymore?
Well, it could be because they're not confident. Like we were saying earlier, that
And-
come from that.
Because why don't you think people question anything anymore, though?
Well, I mean, being in your comfort zone doesn't necessarily have to be, gaining confidence to do something. You could have all the confidence in the world, but you don't want to step away from what you're comfortable with.
But is that growth?
No, but I'm just saying, like,
No, but I see what you're saying. But yeah, but why have confidence?
it's like you can do this.
Yeah, but if you have the confidence, I don't understand why you wouldn't do it. You know what I mean? If
Yeah.
you were, that's just what I'm saying.
because people
Because
don't,
if you're afraid
don't
and
want to
scared,
be.
you wouldn't do those.
That's
You don't want to get out of the comfort zone. That's
That's-
the whole point.
That's arrogance. Ignorance.
There you go.
Ignorance is when you don't know. Arrogance is when you know and you just choose not to do it.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's arrogance.
Mm-hmm.
You
Do you think
agree?
that's a problem nowadays? Is arrogance?
No, because I don't think people are arrogant. I think they're. I don't know.
Lazy.
Narcissistic.
I think, like I said, I don't. I think, yes, that.
For
but
sure, that's huge.
I mean,
definitely-
that word has never really been thrown around as much as it is today.
Depends on who you're talking about. I'm just kidding. But anyway, though, what were you getting at before this, though? No, but with society, though, when it comes to with checking your confidence and checking, people don't do it anymore. Why do you think that is?
Well, people are getting lazy and they don't care, right?
Why do you think people get lazy? Why do you think it's changed in the last 50 years? Do you think people used to question stuff a lot more and think a lot more common sense about stuff?
Well, yeah, but technology is involved.
I shouldn't
And
say I
evolved.
shouldn't say everything back 50 years ago, whatever it was, or
Yeah.
is all common sense. But I'm just saying, I think people weren't questioning things as
Well,
much.
It kind of was because technology wasn't as advanced as it is today, so we did have
Technology
to think
does
about things.
a lot of things for you.
Yeah, I mean that also could be the root of the problem today, is because, like we've said before, everything is easier and handed to us. So
Well, yeah. Well, it's distractions for sure. That was honestly my main thing with this. Is like I know we've talked about it a few times. Is honestly distractions.
I don't see it so much as a distraction though, rather than
Comfort.
no.
Comfort.
What would be the word for? Like when something does something for you because you let them, and you don't learn anything or try or gain any knowledge or
Comfort.
it could be, but I'm trying to. There's definitely another word to describe it.
Lazy.
Lazy.
That's what Jordan
Well,
said.
you already said that.
Well, there's like a word. There's got to be a word.
Comfort and lazy.
Those are two.
I get what
words.
you mean, but I can't think of anything. Or what word you're looking for.
Rich. Have people do stuff for you that you don't want to do?
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
Yes,
Yeah, that's called rich.
technology
Well,
is our made.
yes, and that's comfort though. We tried. What was the purpose of making it more advanced? What was the purpose of
So
making
less that we would have to do.
it? And it makes our life more comfortable.
And easier.
Yes, which is comfort.
And laziness.
Which is comfort,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
What's the problem with comfort? This is my next thing. So when I was honestly thinking a lot about growth, and I literally went from all this. I went from shedding, and then I got down to comfort.
Mm-hmm.
What is comfort to you guys? And I don't mean like comfort in the sense of like sitting down on the couch. I'm saying that was the chair. That's a
Yeah,
chair,
that's
like
fine.
No,
But go on.
no. What's the difference with like what is comfort to you guys?
Like you're fine doing the same things over and over, maybe, or you don't want to step out of your zone and make things harder in your life, kind of thing. Like you don't want to push yourself
Or you don't want to experience.
and change. Like I said, like I think that's a big part.
Okay, I see that.
People are like comfortable with doing the same things over and over again. You know what I mean?
I always hear the word comfort and security go hand in hand. Obviously,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
You feel like a safety blanket.
Do you ever believe in security though? Is there ever such a thing as security
Like, what do you mean by that?
in life?
Security regarding what though?
Well, so obviously everyone wants security with money, right?
Financial security, yeah.
Yes, that's obviously the biggest thing. Everyone says if I had the money, my
Mhm.
life would be perfect.
Yeah.
But then you see all these rich people, you know.
Uh huh.
But what I was getting back to is, what's the problem with comfort in today's society, though?
What do you think?
I think it's at the wrong point we're looking at where to get it.
How so?
I think
You don't think we're looking in like family values for that comfort?
I think
Do you
comfort.
think it's just monetary?
I think comfort's the goal for a lot of people, and it shouldn't be the goal. And that's why I think they're looking at for the wrong. You see what I'm saying? Life is not. There's no such thing as security in life, though. Financial security, yes, but there's no. But security overall.
So like another example would be relationships. Everyone wants
Exactly.
to feel comfortable with,
Mhm.
another person, but they don't want to feel comfortable just being by themselves.
Well, I'm even talking about tragedy. Life is not secure. There's no such thing.
Everything
as-
could
Well, yeah,
change.
absolutely. Yeah.
In a second.
Yeah,
You can't live in a bubble your whole life.
Yeah, but there's no such thing as security.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's less of a threat, but there's no such thing as absolute
So
security.
you can apply
Yeah.
security in minute, like different chapters of life, but you can't apply it to life as a whole.
Yeah.
Yeah, because things change. Anything can
Mhm.
change.
Mm-hmm. Well, like financial, like you were saying before. That's one
Yeah, because you
aspect
could
of
have
it.
all the money in the
Or
world,
health,
something happens.
health, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So you do things like that. But I think the biggest issue with a lot of people is they're looking for comfort as the end goal. It's I'm working so hard so I don't have to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
You're always going to be doing stuff, and
Retirement.
then people are miserable. You
Yeah.
know. But the other thing is, comfort. I think comfort really is thankfulness, appreciation, gratitude. That's where real comfort comes from, in a sense, because, like I said, life can never be what it's no security whatsoever. Life can end tomorrow. But being thankful for what you have now is where you can get comfort, because it's so easy to say what you don't have. When you do see what you have, that's where you find comfort. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't realize that now too, especially like United States wise, because you see how good we have it compared to other countries, and yet you still got people, like you said, complaining about anything they can,
And I think that comes
whether it's protest or anything. Like, yeah, I we have these rights, and you should definitely like take advantage of them. But
So comfort is gratitude,
true comfort.
true comfort.
But everyone's
Sounds like
definition of comfort now is just laziness.
so I definitely see what you're saying.
Do you see my connections here?
Yeah, because I mean, like I said, the United States is definitely a big part of that.
Well, yeah,
But that's what we live in. So
but I also think, like, I forgot who it was. It's a very famous saying, and it's if the whole world, if we had a utopia tomorrow, the very first thing we would do is, what can we do to destroy this because we're bored?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
that's why it goes back to you always have to have that goal and always work towards it. It doesn't end. It
Doesn't it?
doesn't stop. You're not
Mhm.
supposed to just because you don't want you want to achieve it, but then like you really don't at the same time. You know what I mean?
Because where do
You
you
always want to have something to work towards,
can grow?
but there could be more than one goal, of course, too.
Well, or your goals can
Like, oh, I want to hit this position at this job, and then go from there. Or
but that
whatever.
goal can also correlate to other aspects of your life, though. And that's,
Yeah.
and when you start adding all those goals in the right direction, then you have a really prosperous life. Though.
Mhm.
So, like, I want to, work hard so I can, take care of my family. But then you have the house, which is taking care of your family. Then you have to, work out with taking care of your family. It's not always about taking care of you. It's about, when you work out, it's not for you. It's for people around you.
Mhm.
So, I don't know. Crazy stuff.
I don't know about that last one.
But
Working out is for more people than just you.
when I'm saying when your goal is to work out for your family, it's a better attribute.
But why would the only aspect I could think of is, and I'm not trying to like just nitpick this one, but like, and you work out for yourself. The only aspect I could see you work out for your family or your loved ones is longevity.
Yeah,
Is that what you meant?
yeah.
Okay.
It's eliminating some of those security
I
factors.
thought you meant like you work out to look good for your family, and I didn't understand.
Well, you
why.
just exercise, maybe you should say.
Well, you said you work out for yourself. I think that sounds like looking good. Like I'm working out for myself. I would say I work
no,
out
you
for my
should
health.
work out. Yeah,
for
you
your
should
health.
work out for your
yeah,
health.
that's why you say like exercise. It'd make more sense.
Yes.
But I mean,
That's why
it's
you-
just as much for you as it is for the people that count on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, stay healthy. Like, don't smoke. Don't drink too much. All that kind of stuff.
As I have a beer.
Yeah, me too.
But I do
But
think.
don't you agree with what I was saying though about like United States and stuff? Like, there's so much bigger problems in other countries that we don't have to deal with, but yeah, we have to nitpick all these other things, little issues. I mean,
Oh, absolutely.
there's always something to fight for. You always want to make your country better, or your life better, or whatever, or your state better. There's always something to fight for, but
You'd think.
So many people. Did you see the?
there's so many values.
Did
that-
you see the new thing with Gen Z saying that they would never fight in a war if they got drafted? They'll never do a draft.
Yeah, see, like stuff like that.
What are the statistics?
Like you're
on
so
that?
used to being secure and
I have
safe,
no idea.
secure, safe, and comforted, that you don't realize like all these things that got us to this point, and like
Mhm.
where other countries are too.
Where do you think? Okay, so we talked about real comfort is appreciation, thankfulness,
Mhm.
right? And then we have bad comfort. That's what's the difference? So I said the one's good because it's showing you, but why is the other one bad?
I mean, it's the polar opposite. So good comfort is being grateful. Bad comfort is being ungrateful
It's being selfish.
or ungrateful.
Well, but selfish is a very pivotal word for this, though.
Mm-hmm.
You're making a lot of noise again. But the reason why it's selfish comfort.
Mm-hmm.
It's to not do anything to attribute to anyone. Your goal is to not do anything. It's to be nothing. You see what I'm saying?
Which is empty.
Yeah. You agree?
Yeah, I can agree with that.
That's why people I think are miserable too.
Because there's no purpose.
Because there's no purpose in that. They're literally feeding into their comfort to feed into nothing. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's why.
another thing with having no goal, nothing to go towards.
Well, the goal is comfort.
Yeah, but they're not doing anything to get to that. They're just doing nothing.
Yeah,
That's
It-
comforting to them.
but
That's the problem.
but comfort's a drug.
Yes.
Comfort is a drug, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's the weekend morning where you have to work overtime if you want to, but the bed's super warm, kind of thing. It's the extra, scoop of ice cream. It's all that kind of stuff. It's all that stuff.
And it's it's like a drug because you get addicted to it and you don't even realize it.
Oh well, it's because it's so easy to fall into.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not. But here's the thing: is comfort's in every aspect of our life.
Yeah.
Every aspect of our life, from our diet to what we wear, to our health, to what we watch, to everything.
Mm-hmm.
So
But it's also, why would you want to feel uncomfortable though? You think
Because
about that.
because we don't grow if we don't push past.
But that doesn't necessarily apply to everything. Are you comfortable in the house you live in?
Yeah, comfortable. But I'm still working for this house.
Mm-hmm.
That's a goal. You always have to have a goal with comfort. I mean, with growth. You keep trying to separate it.
So your goal is to what with the house?
To have a family,
Mm-hmm. To pay it off.
well, to pay it off. But it's the house is just. The house is not important to me. Yes, the house is important for obviously the security aspect.
It's the time you spend in it.
Well, it's what everything is in the house. Yes, that's why the house is important.
Mm-hmm.
What's the point of a house if there's nothing in it? Right?
It's true.
I don't know. I just think, but it's obviously bigger than that for me. It's not just like I said. It's not the house. It's the family, but yeah, like I said, you always have to have a goal in order to grow.
Mm-hmm.
But you're saying about being who wants to be uncomfortable, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you have to, like I said, you have to be uncomfortable. You don't get
You don't get satisfaction.
I'm getting so distracted because someone just pulled in. That's why I'm sorry. I think Jordan's home. You guys want to wrap it up here since they're home here?
Sure.
I think we did pretty good tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, quick one.
I think it was
Oh, decent length. I'm just saying quick compared to
Well, I
normal.
definitely think we have some videos.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, this is the first episode with videos, so
Some clips, yeah.
Are you nervous?
No.
Can you do zoom in and stuff on people?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
I really want to do picture in picture, brother.
Sorry.
Well, no, we're talking about Zoom, so
Oh, yeah.
we're specifically going to be zooming in on your face
Yeah.
the
Thanks,
whole
brother.
time.
All right.
He just cut out Zach and put mine.
All
Everyone
right.
say goodbye.
This has been the B squared, B cubed.
All right, be better with next time, Drew.
Mm-hmm.
This is the Be Better Boys.
Everybody be better.
Goodbye.
Love you, boys.
Love you, boys.
Adios.
Better.